Perfect, whenever you're ready.
I came initially because I had a little discomfort in my left knee and in my lower back. And also after not having asthma for many years, my asthma returned. So I suppose I was partly thinking, well, maybe this is what it's like to get slightly older. But I also thought, hang on a minute, maybe there's something that could be done about this. So I went onto Google and went over the internet and found who I thought somebody who might be able to help me. And what particularly drew me to Michael in his work were, there seemed to be a connection between physiotherapy, great, but also running. And I suppose there was something about the tone. I just thought it sounded like a very holistic tone and seemed to be something that might connect with what I wanted really, which wasn't just necessarily a quick fix, but maybe some more fundamental ways to think about my health and moving forward. And so I attended my first session, and absolutely fascinating that immediately we were talking about how to think about pain and what pain is, and it sort of changes my view on what's happening in my body. So first of all, to learn that actually there is no physical damage, but it's more about how my body is responding to pain was incredibly enlightening actually. And I suppose part of me was a little curious, but also part of me was a little sceptical, and part of me was going, well, it's certainly worth trying something new, because unless I try something new, I'm going to be in the same place. And so we started to look at Buteyko breathing, which is a technique that I hadn't heard of before, and Michael was a strong advocate for it. And I don't want to overplay it, but it actually has been transformative in actual fact. It's been, certainly I feel a lot calmer and more relaxed as a result. My asthma symptoms have completely gone. They may well return in the future, but right now, today, and for the last several months, I've been completely asthma free. The pain on my lower back is completely gone. The pain on my knee, I would say, I wouldn't call it pain anymore now, I would call it a twinge, and I would say it's probably 95% there. And I feel that I've got a very clear path forward in terms of what to do next. So fundamentally, I suppose I feel empowered, and that's tremendously exciting. And I think if you had to say, well, what have you learned? Well, I could probably write them, everything, on the back of a postcard. There'd be a few points there, and they would sound quite trivial and quite straightforward. And what was the point? Why did you need to go and see somebody from multiple sessions to get to those points? Well, I think what I want to say about that is actually it's about holding the space, which Michael does very effectively, to think about what one might need to do and what might need to do differently, and what exercises one might need to do. He holds that space very effectively, and that's in itself given me confidence to do the exercises. And I think as a result of that, I've had some really exciting results. And I feel, in a sense, I've changed from feeling, well, I'm now getting slightly older, these are the aches and pains that I should get used to as I age, to changing the narrative to actually feeling in a much more empowered space. I feel healthier than I felt, certainly before coming for my first session. And I'm happy to give this testimonial now because it's been a great experience.